Kia ora e te whānau. So this is a remembrance journal. I have had to think really hard about whether to post this or not, because it is something very special for someone very special. I've decided to post it because you might know someone that you could make one of these for, and specifically I haven't seen one of these made and posted on YouTube. It might also be something that might help you if you have it. So I've decided to show it, and it is different from my other journals in the way that I have gathered the pages and things together. So yeah, I thought it was very important. Recently my son lost his dad, so and he's only 20, so I have been around grief quite a bit. So I'm hoping that this is something that would actually bring a smile to someone's face. So on the front cover, I have just put a special place for special memories of a very special person. I've made the cover out of rulers. I have asked this very special person, friend of mine, for some special dates. So I would definitely recommend that just a few little special touches. It depends how close you are with them. They might have an old piece of clothing or something that you could make pockets into, something like that. Just little touches. I didn't want to personalize it too much because I want her to write what she wants to write in it. I just embossed some leather for the strap, and I've got to say this was quite a difficult journal to make for many reasons, but the most difficult was that it needed to be masculine because the journal is going to be about a gentleman, but it also needs to be pretty because the person who owns it is a female and she's the one who's going to write in it and enjoy it. And so I hope I got the balance right. So I just did a antique bronze hardware closure, just with a key and a little bead. And on the inside there's a lot of these little notes, so I won't get them out and read them all to you, but for example they just help her along the way with, it says you will find little notes like this throughout the journal to help explain what certain bits are for. Once you have read them, throw them away and fill these pockets with thought or memory. You will find refill notes below. So I have cut and folded all those pieces of paper just to fit perfectly into those little paper clips. And most of the journals, that the postcards that I've put in here, are blank. Usually I would put ephemera in there where the person can read them. In this case I wanted cool ephemera, old ephemera that you could still use to journal on, and just some pretty recycled paper, completely blank. So you are going to notice that this is quite different from my normal styles. This is probably my version of a writing journal. So it's still stuffed full, but there's a lot of places to write. This does undo, but I just find it easier to slide that in and out. That's just that little label book that I've already done a tutorial on making. Again, a few little dates, special dates in there that she can put on the blank pages as a title. I just left that completely blank. If it was my journal, which it's not, I would probably write favourite colour, name, birth date, favourite movie, that kind of thing about the person whose journal it is about. More notepaper, and all of the journaling cards, which someone actually made that for me. Now it was either Nicole or Yvonne or Margaret, and I can't remember, but thank you. I loved it enough that it's going to be a little treasure to pop in there for this very special cause, so thank you very much. Some quite masculine papers throughout. So this is out of a radio magazine of a radio manual. I have put one up here that says songs, because I thought songs are quite important in people's relationships and in life in general, and I think it brings back a lot of good memories most of the time. Over here, just some old paper. You've got some rag paper in there, and that's just one of those stackers, Bellyband stackers. There's a tutorial on that one as well that I've done. And just some more note paper in there. Lots and lots of note paper, so she can put those wherever she wants. A little note on the back of that, a little note on the back of that. Bit of lined paper, all blank. Some very old coins that would have been around when they were kids. So as you can see, trying to keep that balance of masculine, feminine, making sure that I'm not using too much lace, that my florals are quite a, I don't know, watching the colour palette, I guess. Lots of pockets with bits and pieces in, usually blank paper. Lots of pockets to put little notes and bits and pieces and IDs and all sorts of things, so that this can be used. And I did want to, this is probably the only other prompt in the whole journal, funniest memory, because yeah, I thought those are subtle and they're the happy things that you might note down. Lots and lots of tabs with little dangles on them. Just a couple of bits for decoration, some more coffee dyed note paper, and a journaling spot to write on. Another little readme that just explains that in here I've just that sellotape that can be used to hold in photos, or after you've written on the note paper you could use that to stick it in, just so that it's a bit more fun and creative when you're putting it in this journal. Kept it in nice browns when I found the applique, and some coffee tea stained paper. Quite a few blank pages like that for me is unusual as well, but perfect spot for a photo. Perfect spot for a photo, some writing. So I had to keep quite a few of those pages in. It was interesting making this journal, it really was. Just more writing space, and cute little paper clip, and a little pocket to put something else in. More pretty note paper there. All the photos are genuinely New Zealand photos that I've put in, and from times where they would either remember or they would have photos of their parents. Writing on the back of the postcard. Just little cigarette cards, just to keep that masculine touch. Please let me know what you think, because I think that will, I really want to know about the masculine feminine balance, and whether or not you think I got it right. So see, pretty much every postcard, even though it's genuine and either vintage or antique, they're all blank, so they can be written on. And there is a note in one of those little paper clips that says that as well, that the pretty postcards are there to be written on. Just another 3 stacks of envelopes with note paper in each one, which could be, like I say, filled with little memories, little thoughts, little bits of letters, or shopping receipts, or concert tickets. More writing space. That little read me up there just says that all of these ones here, not only do they have the journaling space on the back, but they fit a perfect 6x4, which is, I don't know about you guys, but 6x4 inches is what our standard photos usually print at, so it would be really easy just to whip that out, put that in a pocket somewhere else with the writing on it, and then a normal size photo would fit back in there, and that would as well. Again, journaling space on the back though with lines. Just another old cigarette card. That one too. The number 8 up there, that's significant. 1960 there, that's significant too. That's just, I have stamped that onto metal and then rubbed Vivid over it and just gently wiped the rest of the Vivid off so that the numbers stay. And I am explaining this journal and how to make little bits and pieces and what I've done as well, just because if you do want to make one, and I haven't covered it, that's not very helpful. Another blank antique postcard with an old letter as a pocket. This one, just a scrappy notepad, and I've just done some hardware just to make it a little bit more interesting and interactive. Writing space. So anywhere on these you could just put a piece of notepaper with something that you've written on it and make a really pretty border to that little note. So that's why I've got some pages like that in there as well. Lots of flip outs, more paper in there. Just a little cluster with genuine stamps as well. See this paper as well, little piece of notepaper. Chuck it on there, photo, chuck it on there. It's better than it sitting on blank paper. And I haven't made her too crocodile either, as you will have seen before I opened it, because I imagine a lot of stuff's going to be put into this journal, so then she'll be crocodile, but she'll still close. I made sure of that. It's just some cotton rag paper on a beautiful book about love. Genuine gel printed, just to match the colours of the journal. So is that one. That's my gel printing. I will put the papers, just in case this masculine feminine theme is something that you want to do as well. I'll put the list of papers down below. Some are from Paper Luminary and some are mine. Another blank postcard. Little bit of music manuscript. That one was quite cool. I wanted to make a really pretty tag for her, but if you stick too much on it, it has trouble going into pockets, so I problem thought around that one and I put a hidden paper clip on the back of it. So it's also got a little bit of note paper for a little secret memory and another cigarette card as well. I might have to do a tutorial on that one for you guys. And then, yeah, it just slides on the top there like that, and it sits quite securely. And obviously, then you can use both sides as well as a paper clip. Just more writing space. But where there isn't any writing space, there's plenty of little bits and pieces, either to look at or write on. More blank pages. Another blank postcard, another cute little paper clip. I had to play with some leather. You might have noticed I've got a couple of leather tabs as well. 5, which is significant as well. I thought the leather would be a beautiful combination for that masculine touch as well. And just a little 6pence there, because she would have used those. I didn't, although I used the 1s and 2 cents, which we no longer use either. We didn't use that currency by the time I was spending coins as a little girl. Another pocket. I haven't filled up all the pockets, but in most of them they've just got a bit of note paper, just so that there's place to store things. That's another one. I've already done a tutorial on that for you guys. It's just holding a bit of note paper, and that is that removable belly band, so that comes completely off and you can put it anywhere you like in the journal. Just a little bit of very antique from a doctor's notebook paper there. More pretty note paper in there. So you can see my journals don't normally have this much space to write, but it is very important in this journal that it does. So, last prompt that I put in was special day, because that could be anything to anyone, and I wanted to keep it quite vague, like I say. So that is her, and as you can see, she's not too crocodile. She still closes quite nicely. She'd close even better once that guy's out of there. And when she gets full, you just give her a little press. And there you go. She closes up and she gets put away until a day that you want to pop her out and write in her again or read her. So just an update for you guys. I had recorded this obviously when I did the flip through, and it kind of ended on a little bit of a sad note, because obviously I recorded it before I'd given it to her, and yesterday I took it over in person and I gave it to her, and it was honestly the most beautiful moment I have ever had in my life with another person, and I just wanted to share that with you instead. There were happy tears, there were sad tears, there were stories, and I always say to you guys that when I make my journals, I make them just by the way they feel, and they kind of just come together. And the amount of things that I had randomly put in there that triggered little memories, from the orange beads on the spine, and she told me that when they bought a house together, they were painting, and she wanted blue and white all throughout the house, and her husband wanted a orange wall. So they painted an orange wall. The fact that even the fact that the journal has brown tones, and that his last name is Brown, and the trotting track photo that I popped in there randomly before he passed. They took a weekend trip down to the South Island in New Zealand because he always wanted to go to the races, the big race day down there. Honestly, so many beautiful stories, and the most beautiful thing almost about it all is that she gave me the blessings to share that with you guys. So yeah, at the end she put the journal next to his photo on the table that she has there, and that just said it all. So my message is, please never underestimate the power that your art and your craft has to make in someone else's life. I mean, we think we're making junk journals, but from that interaction yesterday, it made me realise how important this type of thing can be to someone in someone's life. So keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep sharing what I'm sharing so that we can all keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully all the other amazing creators do too. And yeah, we will make a little difference in our corner of the world with our junk journal making. Okay guys, I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye.